EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Bringing it
in, Jackson left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Another run for Gibbs here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Ritter to throw it. And he will slide down with the 1st down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. 52 blaster.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Shot, 17. Blue striker.
Ritter now. And he's got this to Jefferson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now an audible here into something else. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Cougar 19.
On second down, here's Gibbs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
Ready.
Ritter. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ultra.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the 1st half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the 2nd part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Right, 97, you, yellow. Striker.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. He shakes him off, escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and long.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
Here we go, set. Hey, full fury. Ready.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready. Set.
Ritter with it after the play fake. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
Right.
They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Come on, set.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
43 rail.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett powering his way forward. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Ready, ready. Steal, check, steal. Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
I've got to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. And the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
560.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Ritter will set up to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Up the middle they go. Jarrett. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Set, ready.
2nd and 7.
Steel, black. Black ultra.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Over the middle, it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On the ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
22 needle.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the 1st half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Justin Jefferson, touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll change things up.
Liking 18. 70 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Jackson. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by Jackson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Okay, break.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Back to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Go!
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Beal. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Got it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
On play action, here's Ritter. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Ritter now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Jarrett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Ready up. Ultra. Go ultra.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we...
Here we go, start.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That is caught. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Check view.
He's got his target. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Ritter now. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Striker, 3-3.
On first down, Jarrett. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready, break.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7.
Claws red. Hut, hut.
Ritter to throw it. Able to shake him off. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Back to throw, Ritter. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. but no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Let's go now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Get up. Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Shot, 17.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jarrett, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
Let's go now.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Down.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Strike. Set.
From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5.
43-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Go! Buffalo 18.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now is 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game,